Hello and welcome to Hiking Sweden. My name is Anton and we are going to Kebnekaise. Kebnekaise is the highest mountain in Sweden. It's about 2,100 meters high, so it's going to be a really cool trip and I'm bringing you with me. During my Kebnekaise hike it was really windy, and that came to be a problem for me, since I had a windshield on my microphone but it wasn't sufficient enough, so that some of the sound from when I'm talked got destroyed. So I added some text for you guys so that you can hear what I said during the times when the wind was as bad as it was. We also tried to do the hike on a good time, so that's why I don't have that much material. This video isn't going to be as long as my regular hiking videos. I'm going to make it up for you by giving you some tips in the end of this video for your own Kebnekaise hike. It was really cool, the base station was amazing, they had beer, they had food. We actually slept in a tent, but if you want you can hire a cabin there and sleep on a nice comfy bed. We did go all the way by bringing our tents, putting up the tent and sleeping in it. Our hike started off in Nikkaluokta, which is in the northern part of Sweden, close to Kiruna. And we hiked all the way from Nikkaluokta to the Kebnekaise base camp, which is about 20 kilometers. So we hiked about 20 kilometers in one afternoon, and then we ate some and went to sleep. Then the next morning we went up at about 10 o'clock and hiked up the Kebnekaise mountain, and was back at about 8 p.m. so it took about 10 hours. The hike requires a lot of both strength and stamina in your legs. The problem for me is not my legs, it's actually my stamina. I had quite the high pulse at some times, so I had to take short breaks as often as I could. And if you watch this whole video, you are going to get all my tips and tricks for how to do the Kebnekaise hike as nice as possible for yourself if you're going there. So hope you like this video. In the end I'm going to give you all my tips and tricks for the Kebnekaise hike. If you have any more questions for me, just drop them in the comments below. It's really nice to have you guys here. Let's start hiking. So, starting out in Stockholm Central Station, we took the night train north to Kiruna, about 1,000-kilometer trip. So we slept on the train, got to Kiruna, and from Kiruna we took the bus to Nikkaluokta. In Nikkaluokta you start hiking, you have about 20 kilometers to the Kebnekaise base station. On our way. So with me I have my friend Martin, who has this crazy looking hat on himself, but yeah, he looks cool. Ingen myggan. So the wind is blowing, as you all can hear. We've just eaten some food at a place earlier called, what the fuck was it called? Lapdonald's, yes, but now it's called Enox. Okay, so we have about 15 kilometers left until we're at the Kebnekaise base camp, and mostly the area around us is pretty green. We have some mountains. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what we have ahead of us, because it looks really nice. So after about 12 kilometers we've taken a short break. We're just by the lake Ladujärvi or something like that. Hopefully no Swedes will watch this who knows how it's pronounced, so it won't be a problem. It's a Sami name. Most of the things here in Swedish Lapland is named in the Sami language. But yeah, you can take a look around.
Okay, so down this road you could take a shortcut by taking a boat, either the way we've gone towards Kebnekaise or to go back home. The shortcut is about 6 kilometers, but it's a bit pricey, around 300 crowns. So we are going that way. Quite a long way to go, 8 kilometers.
As you can see, it's quite windy. I actually put my camera on the ground here to film the clouds going by. Pretty cool effect. So me and Martin are hiking on. There is quite a long route to Kebnekaise base camp, and since you almost see the goal at all times, it feels much longer than it really is. We also started out in the afternoon, so we didn't have that many hours to hike if we didn't want to be hiking in the night.
So our tent is put up on the edge of Kebnekaise. We are just at the Kebnekaise base station. Yeah. So we are going to get our gear in the tent and then get ready for tonight. Eat some food and then go to bed and start hiking up the mountain tomorrow. The wind is blowing and we are going up to the mountain. This is gonna be so fucking cool. Okay, time to go. And the wind is blowing as much as you can hear. But it was actually worse yesterday. Yesterday it was so cold yesterday evening, so we just sat there and froze. But then we got into the cabin here at the base camp station, took a beer. It was quite nice. We got some new energy, and yeah, now we're on our way. So as I said earlier, it's quite windy. We are on our way up, maybe done 100 meters or so. No, not even that. But the weather is fantastic. Other than that, the sun is, as you can see, over our heads, and yeah, the temperature is all right too. It's going to get much colder at the top though. We don't really know how much colder, but it could go even down to minus 10 degrees Celsius if we're unlucky. And with some high winds, strong winds too. But it seems today like the winds are going to be okay and that we can go to the top. But we will see what happens. So, as you see, it's still really nice weather. It's very windy. And you really need to watch your footing here. Like, look at this. This is insane. So, yeah, you need to be careful where you step, not to fall down, and not to hurt yourself, and also protect yourself against the wind. But the sun is also here, so it's pretty warm at the same time. Interesting experience, and you're so warm from walking up hills as well. But I think it's gonna get colder when we get up to higher altitudes. So yeah, we're hiking on. It's windy as hell, and I don't know if you can hear me, but we are on our way up, and this is the first peak we're going joyful Kebnekaise, around 1,700 meters. Okay, we have a little bit left to go until we are on Vitaveri, I think it's called, around 1,700 meters up. Maybe we have 100 meters left or something like that, I don't know. And then we are going to go down for a couple of hundred meters and then up again to reach the peak of Kebnekaise. I'm a bit tired. Are you tired, Martin? Not so much. This is the guy who runs marathon, me not so much. Yeah, but we are gonna do this. Look at this. So cool. Okay. Oh, I'm so damn tired. I think we have about like 200-300 meters left. And damn, this is so hard. So much uphill. So tired. But soon we are finished. And then we just gotta get home. Oh, it's so warm as well. We thought it was going to be cool, but yeah, the wind doesn't blow anymore, so it's all nice. So we got to the top. 200. What is it? 2,165. Yeah, something like that. Oh my God, it's so high. It's so scary because the comb we're standing on is so narrow. I don't know if you can see, but yeah. So I guess it's time to go down again. So, do not try this at home. We put on our rain pants and went down the Kebnekaise mountain as far as we could. We tried not to hurt ourselves, but this was a really quick way to get down the mountain. But be warned, this is not 100% safe to do. On our way back, we have the last uphill slope now. It's gonna be hard, but yeah, we're soon up. We just hiked down Kebnekaise behind me. Oh, it was really nice. But yeah, I'm a bit tired. Martin may be a bit tired. But yeah, this last slope and then it's downhill again. So leaving Kebnekaise, we were really lucky because the clouds came in and the winds were coming in again. So we left there in good time. Look at this place, so amazing. So we're going down over here and then to the fuel station in this valley over here. So after getting to base camp, we took a good night's sleep and then we went by helicopter from the Kebnekaise base station to Nikkaluokta. It was a really cool experience, the views were amazing, I really recommend you doing so. The only downside is that the helicopter is really expensive, about 85 euros for one person.
The trip from the Kebnekaise base station to the Nikkaluokta base camp by helicopter takes about 8 minutes. It's a 20-kilometer flight, and it was very welcomed the day after our Kebnekaise hike because we were so tired. It's a good last chance to get to see all of the amazing nature before going home. Okay, so my first tip about Kebnekaise is to bring lots and lots of food. We brought about 2 liters of water with us. We brought a gas stove, the Pocket Rocket 2, and we also brought some food for a lunch on the top, and also quite a lot of power bars. I myself brought some energy gel. It's not that nice, but it helps you on the uphill slopes when you feel like the energy is gone. That's my first tip for the Kebnekaise hike. You are going to burn lots and lots of calories. You are going to need lots of carbohydrates, fat and sugar to keep your mood up, to just be able to continue. My second tip for the Kebnekaise hike is do not bring too much water, but do bring water. After about 5 kilometers of hike or 700 meters of height, there are not going to be that many rivers, so you can't take water out of the rivers. You need to either bring water with you or you need to smelt snow. We did it that way that we filled our bottles on the last river before going up the Virnaveri and then going to Kebnekaise, and on the top of Kebnekaise we melted some ice to get some new water before we went down again. That was sufficient for us. Maybe you need more water, maybe you need less water, but you should always be prepared. We had to have some guys out on the top because they hadn't brought enough water. So we actually melted some water for them, and they were really happy that we helped them out. So my third tip is bring enough clothes. It could be really cold on the top. If you're really unlucky, go down to -15 Celsius. And also there could be some harsh winds and snow blowing in the winds, you know. So it could be real storms up there, and that could be a problem for you. So bring extra clothes. I myself actually bought a fleece sweater on the Kebnekaise base camp to have some extra clothes with me. You should have gloves for your hands, you should have a cap or something like that. You should have something to protect your ears because they are going to get cold. You should protect your neck. We have something called a buff that you put around your neck, which is really nice and comfy when you're hiking. And you should also have a windproof jacket. I myself am using the Fjallraven Greenland, which I can really recommend. It's a bit pricey, about 200 euros, but it's really nice to have when you're hiking up a mountain and the winds are blowing cold. It's a breathable jacket. So my fourth tips for the Kebnekaise hike is take many stops and rest. We made about 1 stop every like 5 to 10 minutes just to lower our pulses, to get some energy back, to start the climb again. That way we could continue and keep the pace up. It is really hard for the body to go uphill for like 6 hours, so you need to take the time and take those short breaks. I'm really happy we did take all these short breaks because they made it so that I could actually get to the top. And the thing I've told everybody after the Kebnekaise hike that has asked how could I do it myself, etc., is that you should take small breaks instead of giving up. So take lots of breaks, don't give up. And so to the fifth and last tip, don't bring too much gear. Some people are bringing all their gear, their tents, etc. But most people can actually do the Kebnekaise hike during 1 day. The regular time it takes to go from the base camp of Kebnekaise to the top and back is about between 10 and 14 hours. So you should be able to do it in a day. It could take longer, it could take shorter, so don't prepare yourself for a 2-day hike or something like that. Just bring the necessary gear. Bring the gas stove, bring some food, bring the water, bring some extra clothes, and you are ready to go. So me and my friend Martin had a really nice hike up Kebnekaise. I hope this video has been interesting. I hope my tips is going to help you, and I hope that you are also getting the chance to climb the Kebnekaise mountain. It's a really cool mountain in the north of Sweden, and around it the view is amazing. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below. I'm going to leave you here with some of the pictures I took on the way up the mountain and on the mountain. I hope you liked them. See you soon in the next video.